Hey guys. Hey guys, we're now on chapter 3, all right? Playing in the book of Ruth, all right? Now, we have been taking a little ways. We found that, that Naomi's, her husband is dead and left her alone. And she has two sons. These sons marry off to to the outside world, and they become dead. And she then takes on the two daughters, and she asks them to both, let's separate, go on your ways. Of course, the first son, the first wife, she takes off to be with her own kin in her own place, in her own gods. But Ruth, she decides, I want to stay with you. I'll hang out with you. I don't want to go anyplace else. Whatever happens to you, I want it to happen to me too. And so she decides to go on with Ruth. Ruth and Naomi go off together. All right. So anyway, she says, so we're in chapter 2 now, where she's, sending her out to go and meet someone. She goes, maybe you'll meet some of our kinsmen. And of course, she runs into some guy named Boaz, right? And with Boaz, it's like, hey, you found one of our kinsmen. This is perfect. This is perfect. All right. And so she did some little swearing in chapter 2 where I'll work for you and I will only think of you and work for you. I'll work with your other girls here, but, I'm not like them, So she still made this pact to wait for till the end of the harvest days. And of course, we know that it's the end of times. And that's when, this is usually when something wonderful will happen. But this is also known as the works, that you have to do the works first. And she was committed. And she's also known as the stranger in strange land. She's a strange woman. So she's representing an outside situation. All right. Well, she has to do this first. All right. So on chapter number 3, which is where we're at now, and there's only 4 to get everything going. Now, the idea is that when this is an inside thing. This is all about our mind. It's the coolest thing on earth. I do know something that you don't know at this particular point because I did go and read this next chapter. All right. It's really beautiful, but I can't tell it to you right now. I'm going to have to give it to you at the end. All right. But just so that you can see how it works out. All right. But in chapter 3, this is 3 is about joining up with God. All right, or to connect to this higher thing. And of course, he is a higher person. This person, whoever this Boaz is, his name means, the strength is within him. So it's already full of God, this particular thing, this being, this energy, this Boaz. And she's just waiting for that time to connect with him. All right. So she stayed virtuous and true this entire time while she's in chapter 2. Chapter 3 is a different thing. Now, this should be the connecting of this. Now, see how it sounds. Tune your ears to this and see how it works. All right. Where are you at, Ruth? Here's Ruth. Ruth chapter 3. Then Naomi, her mother-in-law, said unto her, my daughter, shall I not seek rest for you, that it may be well with thee? That's a question. Can I seek help? Can I seek some rest for thee? And now is not Boaz one of our kindreds, one of those maidens that was? Before he winnoweth barley. Behold, he winnoweth barley tonight in the threshing floor. Wash thyself, therefore, and anoint thee, and put thy raiment upon thee, and go see thee down to the floor. But make not thyself known unto the man until he shall have done eating and drinking. And it shall be, when he lieth down, that thou shalt mark the place where he lied down, and thou shalt go in and uncover his feet, and shalt lay thee down, and he will tell thee what thou shalt do. This is the first 4. So she's getting instructions from Mother. That's God, the instructions. She's getting the instructions. That's what 1 is. That entire thing was an instruction to her from this entire thing. And she is sending this damsel. All right, just remember, they were called damsel on the second one. Who is this damsel? Who is this damsel that's come into being and into this lichens and stuff like that? You know, that was on number 2. Now the mom's setting her up. All right. So we get the second ones. It's going to be, he said unto her, all that thou sayest unto me, I will do. That's what she says to her mom. This is here. All right, number 5, 6. And she went down into the floor. This is the up and down place. So number 2, she went down. She went down to the floor and did according to that of her mother-in-law bade her to do. And when Boaz had eaten and drunk, and his heart was merry, he went to lie down at the end of the heap of corn. And she came softly and uncovered his feet, and laid her down. Very interesting. And ate, and it came to pass at midnight that the man was afraid, and turned himself, and behold, a woman lay at his feet. It's number 8. How beautiful. The woman is representing, well, this is about go down to the man, go and wait till he falls asleep, wait, and once he gets his full feed, when he gets all of his food and his drink, and then come and uncover him. And then what happens is at midnight, he wakes up and lo, there's a woman at his feet. Oh my gosh. All right. That's pretty cool. All right. It's pretty cool. 9. And he said, who art thou? And she answered, I am Ruth, thine handmaid. Spread therefore thy skirt over thine handmaid, for thou art a near kinsman. This is number 9. Spreading your coat over. This is 3. Is also the intervention. Spread thy coat over thy. You know, they want to have some kind of connection of some kind. All right. That's number 9. And 9 is a conscious number. I am Ruth, thy handmaid. All right. Number 10. And he said, blessed be thou of the Lord, my daughter. For thou hast showed me kindness, more kindness, in the latter end than at the beginning. Inasmuch as thou followest not young men, whether poor or rich. This is number 10. You only followed after me. You always have thought just after me. How beautiful this is that all you, and that you gave up everyone else for this, for me. This is the sacrifice of this particular part. This is what they're talking about. And 11. And now, my daughter, fear not. I will do to thee all that thou requirest. For all the city of my people doth know that thou art a virtuous woman. Virgo, virtuous, and this particular, she's untouched. This is the mind. This is the virgin mind. 12. Sweetheart. And now it is true that I am thy near kinsman. Howbeit there is a kinsman nearer than I. It's beautiful. 12, which is the connection. Now we get to the next one, the next words of worlds. 13, 14, 15, 16. 13. Tarry this night, and it shall be in the morning This is the mother talking. This is the mother, all right? This is her talking. Tarry this night, and if it shall and it shall be in the morning that if he will perform unto thee that part of the kinsman, well, let him do the kinsman's part. But if he will not do the kinsman's part to thee, then will I do the part of the kinsman to thee, and the Lord liveth. Lie down until the morning. This is number 13. Lie down, fall asleep. This is the beginning, when the earth goes dark. Let's see what number 14 says. And she lay at his feet until morning. And she lay at his feet until morning. And she rose up before one could know another. And he said, let it not be known that a woman came unto the floor. So it's just the thief of the night. All right. And now 15. And he said, bring the veil that thou hast upon thee, and hold it. And when she held it, he measured 6 measures of barley, and laid upon her. And she went unto the city. This is the wheat, the bread. Number 16. And when she came to her mother-in-law, she said, who art thou, my daughter? And she said, and she told her all the man had done to her. This is giving her report back to mother. This is the Ruth giving her report back to mother. Now we get the last 2 on here, 5 about our bodies. All right, 5. And she said, these 6 measures of barley he gave me. For he said to me, go not empty unto thy mother-in-law. Then said she, sit still, my daughter, until thou know how the matter will fall. For the man will not be in rest until he hath finished to sing this day. It's beautiful. There's that word thing in there. And 6 measures. He's at the gate. All right. That's what this means. That's the gate. The 6th chakra. Where are we at? So he is at the gate. This is a wonderful story. So this is the maiden, the mother sent the daughter to get caught up with some kind of guy to give her some salvation, or to bring in some, so that she could have some rest. This whole thing is about rest. And there's only one more chapter to go through on this, okay? Before I can tell you what it's all about, or if you haven't already figured it out, all right? So this is the virgin mind. Oh, I almost gave it up. All right, I'll be right back, okay, because this is going fast. I'll chat with you in a minute.